Joya?
Yes.
You didn't ask for another date with him. What was the turnoff?
Specifically, the turnoff was when I asked that question about would you date a single mother? And Jacoby, you proceeded to tell me that basically you're a high value man and you are too good for a single mother.
I'm Vendetta, your humble tour guide in this world of madness where up is down and down is up. I'm sure plenty of you have seen this video already about dating baby mothers, but there's another feminist viral video that is reacting to this video. Or should I say shaming this poor man for having standards. I'm going to first recap with this video, then go right into the other woman's video and her feelings about this.
Mother. However, you did also tell me that you were raised by a single mother, which is profound for me to think that a single mother is not good enough for you, but it's good enough for a woman to raise you. That's unfair, and it's very insensitive to women out there who have children.
All right, so just because it's a cycle, I wanted to continue.
It doesn't have to continue.
So what I'm saying is that
it's more about why would you cut off and say that single women are not on the same level?
What you're supposed to learn from is history. So you're
what's that got to do?
Hey, I just need to point out something that a lot of people missed about this video. This guy sitting here next to his baby mother is allegedly the ex-boyfriend. I don't know if it's the baby daddy or not, but for whatever reason, the relationship didn't work between the two. So she is now on this dating show to find a new mate, and the host invited the ex-boyfriend along with her. I don't know if it's because they wanted to have a simp on the show to stir up some nonsense like he's trying to do right now, or to make him jealous enough to run back to his ex-girlfriend or baby mom. This situation stinks of a setup by these women on this show chasing clout. Now let's get back to the video.
Very intelligent woman. You're a very intelligent woman, right?
Yes.
So if you know, as a woman growing up, you know it's the less likelihood for you to be successful by having a child. So what you do, you be more proactive. Using condoms.
What's that got to do with your choice?
Okay, if you're getting pregnant, then all right, cool. Maybe I shouldn't continue having this child because I'm not getting married. I a better chance of me having a successful life.
You're speaking of me.
Excuse me. So you were raised by a single mother.
Yes.
Was your mother still alive?
I struggled. My mom's still alive.
Did she struggle or did you struggle?
Both of us struggled.
Okay, so your words that echoed all around social media, and I want to make sure that we have this clearly, were, I'm a high-value man. I've done things to step up my echelon, and I'm not going to settle for a single mother.
Yeah,
Did I have that correctly? I want to be clear.
Yeah, we'll be selling.
Right. So what makes you think you're a high-value man? The car you drive?
No, the value I put out into the world.
What about your character?
I have great character. I've built myself to basically have better choices. You want to know why? Because women can choose and make a choice.
They can.
They can say, I don't want to date a man that makes less than 6 figures.
They can.
And then what are you doing? You're
But we're not talking about that. That's not the situation that
What I
he
want
is.
to
Hold on.
That's not the
Women can say, I
conversation.
won't date a man less than 5'8", and the man could be 5'4". Do they care about
What does that have to do
ostracizing all of those
with
men?
anything?
If a fat man is sitting here, he can be a fat man, right? But if a fat woman is sitting here, you would say, oh no, we're body positive. Oh, no, we can't say that. We can't. It's all about picking her up. So every time you're saying something for a man,
Bro,
it's down.
You got a lot on your back.
Yeah,
okay?
man.
So what I
I'm just
want to be
I'm just saying
clear,
equal
not
rights.
just for you, but for everybody out there, is the car you drive, your resume, your bank account, your accolades is not what makes you a high-value man.
Definitely not.
We are all defined by the sum of our deeds and our character, and you, brother, are coming up to the sum of zero.
I just got one more thing to say about this male bashing party. We all know what this brother was trying to say, but these women who were obviously in their feelings about being rejected did not want to ponder over the metaphors that this young, ambitious brother used by deflecting. I noticed through my personal experiences that the best way to deal with women is through straight logic. They fall like dominoes to it every time. I'm gonna give you guys some real game for your lives in these type of situations. Just be direct by saying things that aren't debatable, such as this. Relationships are hard already, so dating a woman with a ready-made family comes with too many unnecessary and unforeseen problems that I am not willing to adopt. Then when these women ask you to elaborate, you can give them a list of potential problems that may occur that these women can't debate with you. For instance, you could say that if I want to go out on a date with you, that would always be dependent upon you finding a babysitter. Or, second, If we were in a relationship, I will always come second to your child, which is what I'm not willing to accept from anyone. Or third, if you become the love of my life and I want to surprise you with a tropical vacation, I can't do that because of your child. That last one was an experienced Jedi move. Use that last one, please, very sparingly, because you may hurt the woman's feelings by pointing out to her what she potentially missed out on you. For the record, I'm not an advocate for hurting anyone, but I don't believe in holding other people responsible, man or woman, for your piss poor dating decisions. Now I'm going to jump right into the video with this other baby mama who was extremely pissed about this episode but tried to hide this fact with her warped logic.
Now, I know some of y'all don't have critical thinking skills, so I'm going to try to break this down carefully. Stay with me. Number one, it is okay for a man to have the preference of not dating a single mother. Number two, it's okay for a single mother to feel some type of way about that if in fact the reasoning behind why this man doesn't want to date a single mother is because he feels like something is wrong with the single mother, when the truth is he simply doesn't want to raise somebody else's children. Number three, when a man is raised by a single mother and he himself says he will never date a single mother as if a single mother is beneath him, he is part of the problem. Number four, those of you who be like, oh, he just doesn't want to repeat the cycle, lack the critical thinking skills necessary and should have thought this through a little longer. Number five, in order for him to not repeat the vicious cycle of single motherhood, he would have to either A, become a stepfather to a fatherless child, or B, not create a single mother himself. Number six, if a man was raised by a single mother and he didn't necessarily have the best relationship with her, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to date single mothers, it isn't because she was a single mother that made her the worst person to be mothered by. It was because she was a terrible person to begin with, not because she's a mom. Number seven, just because you had a bad experience with your mother and she was single, raising you alone, doesn't mean every single mother you meet will be like your mom. Number eight, if you have dated a lot of single mothers and you keep having negative experiences with single mothers and you are still single and not married yourself, sir, that means you just make poor choices in women. These women aren't terrible because they're single mothers. You just have a pattern. You have a bad habit of choosing women that you aren't compatible with. It's not that you're having better experiences with childless women. You're still single. You're not married. 9 times out of 10, every woman you are choosing is not the right woman. Number 9, most of y'all saying y'all wouldn't date single mothers have never dated a single mother a day in your life. You just have this negative stigma on single mothers because you're applying a shit ton of stereotypes to her that society has indoctrinated you to do so. Number 10, the best way to discontinue the vicious cycle of single motherhood is if you yourself as a man refuse to create a single mother, number 1, and number 2, you decide to be the best stepfather there is. If you leave a woman who is a bad person or bad at parenting with raising a child alone, she is going to create more daughters that are going to be single mothers. She's going to create more sons who are going to make single mothers. If you classify yourself as a high value man, if you are decent, 9 times out of 10, you have a great character. So you are a generous person. Your influence on a child that doesn't have a father would help repair our community. Honorable mention. Just because I'm a single mother doesn't mean I've suddenly become incompetent or that I don't know anything about parenting. There are single mothers out there who are great mothers. They're great girlfriends and they make amazing wives. There's plenty of men out here who became a stepfather and they love that experience. If you don't want to date single mothers, that's your preference, that's okay. But stop trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with single mothers when you simply just don't want to take care of somebody else's children. That just means you yourself don't have the resources, the kindness, or the selflessness to be able to adopt somebody else's child.
You heard it for yourself, fellas. This is how you can tell when a woman is in her feelings about a situation. There's a whole hell of a lot to unpack here, but I'm going to do my best to stay focused on the actual facts in this video. Real quick, I'm a new channel. I could really use your help to like, subscribe, and to share this video. God bless you all. Now let's deal with this situation. Not in the previous video and not in the comment that she posted on her video did anyone say that single mothers were terrible or bad at all. Nor did they say that men who don't want to date single mothers don't have the resources to take care of said children. No one said that the men who don't choose to be stepfathers must have had a terrible experience with their single parent mothers. Nor did she say that men can also break this negative cycle of single mothers by just not dating single mothers. She said quite a few things that no one else referred to based on the comments in the previous video or the comment that she posted on her video. How you're able to decipher that she is in her feelings is because she chose to hear what she wanted to hear and not actually what was said to her. People who are in their feelings, they like to ad-lib so that they can substantiate those feelings. She pointed out so many worst case scenarios that no one attested to. This is a typical woman tactic in order to make themselves feel better about their bad choices. It's a way of putting the onus on men by stating that they disqualify themselves by having all these imaginary bad traits. Men look at these types of situations by what was actually said to them, and that's how it actually made them feel. What was simply said by the man in the previous video was that he is a high-value man that has his stuff together and chooses not to mate with a woman who has a child. The person in the comment posted about how the women on that dating show were in their feelings about this man's response and tried to shame him for it. With all due respect to women, you guys really need to listen more and feel less. That's the most effective way to truly stop this cycle of single mothers destroying the black community. I'm going to stop the video right here, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about everything that was discussed. God bless and stay safe.